Well, okay.
Because, for example, super quick example, the patriarchy doesn't like men being really emotional and crying, for example, right?
Neither do women. Neither do women.
But that stemmed
Women
from...
are repulsed actually by it, and you can lie and say, I want a man, let's bring it back to dating, I want a man to be vulnerable in front of me. This is actually just, you might say that, it's the politically correct thing to say, it sounds good to say it, I want a man to be vulnerable, but the reality is you actually don't.
No, what we don't like is when men they weaponize that vulnerability and they'll cry just when it's convenient. Like, for example, you catch them cheating and then they're bawling their eyes out. For example,
not what I'm talking about.
Well, that's the only time when it's relevant.
Men cry when they get caught cheating.
Yeah. But besides that, like, women don't get mad at men's emotional side.
I feel like that's literally the opposite, right? Isn't it usually women who, when they get caught cheating, cry, or women who use crying and emotional manipulation?
GMD Jim donated $200. Holy shite. These spoiled little girls finally have a man pushed back against their bad ideas for once in their life and they melt down. We need a Frank Castle moment. Hello, Peyton. Good to see you.
She's at the bathroom.
She's
in the bathroom.
So to respond to this, though, isn't it usually women who are the ones who cry to get the things that they want? I don't see a lot of men crying to get the things that they want, to be perfectly honest with you. I just don't see it much. Do you see it a lot? Do men year round cry to get stuff?
In college, sadly, that's the new thing I've seen.
Grid 1 Motorsports donated $200. The patriarchy is in the home, not a class thing. As patriarch, it is my job to lead my family. Failures are mine and mine alone. I am the patriarchy, and you strumpets know nothing of my work.
So to get this
right,
you, Grid 1. The patriarchy oppresses men by telling them not to be in tune with their emotions. And you say, unfortunately, all these men who are in tune with their emotions at my college, they suck.
No.
Did I get that right?
No, you really twisted my words.
Hold on. Let me bring it to dating really quick on this whole vulnerability thing. Let me ask you guys a question. Would you prefer a man to approach you in a really confident manner? Like, I don't know if you've been at a party, a lot of you guys don't seem satisfied with dating apps, so maybe you'd prefer a guy to approach you organically, maybe after a class or at a party. Would you prefer a man to approach you confidently or, well, hold on, let me change the framing here. Would you prefer a man to approach you in a really confident way, super confident, or a guy who was like a little bit bashful and shy, his eye contact was a bit shaky, not being creepy, but like uncertain of himself? Which do you prefer?
I feel like that's kind of hard to say, but I don't know.
Is this...
To me, I feel like confidence can come off as cockiness sometimes to me, and I wouldn't
Let's just
want
assume
that.
it's not cockiness. Let's just assume it's confidence.
I kind of think it's cute when they're a little shy. So that's just me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Like, where's your curiosity in this? Everyone likes confident people.
Well, you think so?
She just said that she liked shy.
Okay, well then talk to her. That's my answer.
What is your answer? You'd prefer a guy to step to you confident, right?
Yeah, but again, it's not on the basis of gender.
Okay.
Yeah, confident.
Well, it's not often that women ever do the approaching, so men don't really have the opportunity to give an analysis of if they prefer confident women or shy women. But which do you prefer?
Confident.
You prefer a guy to be confident?
Confident.
Confident?
Confident.
Confident?
Shy.
Oh.
Okay, what about you?
Confident.
Okay. I would argue the vast majority of women would prefer a man to step to them in a confident manner instead of a sort of bashful, can't even hold eye contact, a little shaky, a little nervous.
Brian.
This would be a man being vulnerable to approach you, being scared, nervous, etc. Yet most women do not respond to men being in a vulnerable state of being either scared to approach you, being nervous. Most women, a lot of the women here, prefer a guy to approach you confidently. Therefore, this whole, we like vulnerable men, it's kind of bogus. It's kind of bullshit.
But your example was like the worst you could have possibly.
How is that the worst? That's from the first time
That's
meeting.
the initial encounter.
You're like
Once
totally
you get to know someone, it's
misconstruing.
different.
There's a lot of confidence in vulnerability. You're
have to have
having
confidence
this
in order to
argument
be
that
vulnerable.
vulnerability is innately weak, And sure, there are women that could look at a man and say he's crying, what a less of a man he is.
But I'm not even making that argument. I'm just saying from first approach, the very first opportunity you get to meet a man, he's immediately being vulnerable by not being particularly confident. His eye contact is shaky. He's nervous. Maybe his speech isn't on point. Wouldn't that be a man? Would you agree that that's a man in a vulnerable state?
But why would you have to say yes to a man just because he's in a vulnerable state? You're
not obliged to.
But you're putting it in the wrong context. Women aren't asking, again, that's vulnerable, but it's also vulnerable for someone to go up to someone confidently and ask for their number or speak to them or whatever it is. You're acting like they exist in different continuums. They're the same thing for women.
You can be a strong-headed person and still be vulnerable. Like the two aren't different is our point. And
well, the differential here,
I think you see vulnerability as like a weakness in someone.
I think women don't want men to be more emotional. I think they want them to like open up more, if that makes sense. So like say what they've gone through or what they're going through.
That seems emotional.
Hold on, I do got to move things on a little bit. I'm very sorry. We have ACL